need you to look at something very, very quickly. It's happening! And it's not going to focus on me, of course. We got a new apartment and I'll explain everything very, very soon. But I'm just saying very quickly, we have started picking up furniture. See, now I feel like I should be wearing a t-shirt because this isn't very practical for picking up.
That's why I'm picking up the furniture.
And just doing the driving.
Exactly.
I will explain everything very soon, but at the beginning of this year we hired a car to go and pick up some furniture so that we could redo this apartment space and everything. And I didn't film it because it was nighttime and it was my first time driving a journey. But this time it's daytime. We're gonna play some tunes, we're gonna go for a drive, and it's gonna be great. So let's go pick up some furniture. We're in the car. It feels kind of strange being in a car again, considering this is the second time I've driven. But we're gonna type it in, we're gonna go and have a good time. You might video a few times on the road so you can see we went on the road. But, yeah, let's go to Mexican.
I want a taste of the good life, hit me with it right now, in it. 'Cause when I want.
So I may not have oh, how do we have music? Did we ever figure it out? So we're here, we've picked up a coffee table, it's very nice. I will show you when we get back. But it was a nice drive. I did a good job. Went on the Autobahn first time.
It was like on this motorway, off that motorway, on this motorway. And a bunch of like no, we did like a little like turn up onto the motorway.
Oh yeah. Lots of hills. Oh cool, that was pretty good. This car's really nice to drive. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna head back now. It's gonna be we're gonna get way back before it's due. So yeah, maybe I'll get Luke to actually record some more because he was not in recording mode. What is this guy doing? Okay. Set coffee table. Very nice set coffee table. Walking it back. So it's a little while later now and I realized that I forgot to tell you about the whole like what's happening because I started this clip when I was rushing out to get the first piece of furniture that we got. And so I was basically like, we're moving, but I'll tell you the story soon. And I realized that I never did that. So I'm gonna do this quickly now before we go on with the video. But basically Tübingen is like notoriously hard to find apartments in. And that's why we moved to Stuttgart when we first came to Germany. And then we ended up being offered student accommodation in Tübingen, which we moved into, and that's where we are at the moment. But it is limited, like you can only stay here for a maximum of 3 years. And you can only move out at the end of each semester because the people who are going to replace you are also students, and so it's a big whole thing. So basically what Luke and I had decided was that we'd stay here for as long as possible because it works for us, it's really small, it's relatively convenient, and it's really, really cheap. The only thing is it's not a long-term thing, and we've always got a deadline on it, if that makes sense. Like we're going to have to move out at some point. And so we didn't look for the first, I think, year to year and a half that we were here. We didn't bother looking at apartments because it was so early on. But I said that from like the third to last semester, I pretty much want to be looking for apartments because I didn't want to be stuck in a situation where we leave it to the last semester and then we can't find anything. And then we have to move into something crazy expensive because it's so hard to find accommodation in Tübingen. But basically, long story short, a friend of mine she's here on a fellowship, so she's here for a limited time. She had an amazing apartment and a really lovely landlord and everything, and she found out that she has to go back to the UK, and so she was giving up her apartment, and she knew that we were looking for a place, and so she's like, hey, would you like me to speak to my landlord and if he does want you, then you guys can move in when I move out. And it ended up being perfect timing because she's moving out mid-March and we basically could move out at the end of March, and that was the end of a semester. And so she spoke to him and he's like, yeah, that would be amazing, because I actually would hate to advertise the place. I don't like dealing with that kind of stuff. So if they do want it, they can come for a viewing and we'll see if it works. So we went for a viewing and it is an amazing place. It's like, I know we basically went and looked at a place and applied for a place a couple of months ago, and I was saying that that was my dream apartment because it was really modern, it was really fresh, it had a balcony, it was a really great location, and we didn't end up getting it and I was so gutted. But this place is not too far away actually from that place. It's only like 2 or 3 streets over. But rather than being in an apartment complex, it's in a house, and so it's just that little bit quieter. It's off the main road, but it's also like twice the size of what we've got here. I think it's about 65 square meters, we think. We don't actually know because it's never been measured, and so we need to measure it for Luke for tax purposes. So we are going to measure it, but we don't know at the moment. But it's just exactly what works for us, in the sense that it's got a separation of office and bedroom, and so Luke can actually not work in the bedroom anymore. He can work in an office, and it's got a lounge and a dining room and a kitchen, and it's got a bath as well, which is like, we've never had a bath the whole time we've been married. And it's just one of those things where it's like, it just fits the bill, and the landlord is so lovely. And so I just feel really lucky that this has all come around at such an amazing time, and that we haven't had to deal with the stress of applications and all of that, because yeah, we basically tried for an apartment a few months ago, like I said, and we thought that we were one of like 2 or 3 couples applying for it, because we were asked by the current tenants, who we knew through a friend, to send in an application. And then we turned up to the viewing and it turns out that there were like 10 to 15 people, and they were all couples. No, there were 4 couples at our viewing and 4 at the other one, so there must have been 8 couples, and they said that 2,000 people applied for it, and it was like so stressful. We kind of had to explain like why this would be great for us and like make ourselves seem good, because the market in Tübingen is very much favoured towards the landlord than to the renters. Whereas in New Zealand, I think it's the other way around. Like, it's definitely favoured more towards the renters than the landlord. And there's just such a demand here that they can charge whatever they want. And there's also this weird thing where like you have to show your income, which I think is really strange. But then they generally end up picking people based on who's got the most income, which is really sucky, because then the people who don't have the highest income don't end up getting the places within their ideal bracket that they can pay for, because they go to the people with higher income. And yeah, it's a pretty rough market here in Tübingen. So I feel like I'm so glad that we finally got something, and that it was super easy, and yeah, that we didn't have to stress too much about it. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of the story of how we got this apartment. That's why I haven't really vlogged the whole process or anything. I was planning on doing that with the whole, as soon as we started properly looking, vlogging the whole application process and the forms that were needed and like explaining it. But we haven't need to do it because basically we found the apartment through a friend. So if you're in Tübingen, that is what I would recommend you do, is find an apartment from a friend who's moving out. And yeah, anyway, that's the story, and I will let you get on with the rest of the vlog now. I can't put up against the wall, but this is our table. Oh my gosh, it looks so nice. The back side of it. Oh my gosh. This thing is stunning. Everything is coming together. Good morning. It is Monday morning. Still 27 days, I think, till we move. But we just got an Amazon delivery with some stuff, so I thought I'd open it quickly and show you as things come in, because why not? It's the exciting part of moving. Yeah, good old Cetaphil face cream. Obviously not for the move. But we got some strops. Dang, that's heavy. They're basically strops to put in the van so that we can tie stuff down while we're driving, but we can also use it for other stuff as well. Obviously it's not just for transport. Well, there we go, vacuum sealed new sponges for doing the dishes, but they are washable, so we don't need to keep throwing them out and trying to be a bit more sustainable with this kind of stuff. That's exciting. And then like a massive thing of floor cleaner, because we've got wood floors in the next place and we want to do a massive clean, mop the floors before we move all our furniture in. Yay for Amazon deliveries! How do you feel? Ready for the move? Excited? You want to see these? Luke's the one who
they look good, and they were like the same price as
hiring them.
Yeah. They look like strops.
I don't know, trying to get your review. Amazon review on strops. Which we found out is a New Zealand word.
They look fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it meant that we now own them rather than paying for one price to hire them.
We'll know once we use them if they feel terrible or not.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna actually set these up so we can start using them. But I got multicolors so that we know which one's like for the bathroom, which one's for dishes, which one's for surfaces, and so on. Luke's already started unpacking, so I just picked up my phone to record. But we got our mop.
Get in.
Are you sure that's the way it goes in?
Nope.
I think it goes the other way around.
Nope. This is narrow there and narrow there.
Oh.
Plus, this is the way it would make sense on the... Beautiful.
And then it just fits on the side of the bucket. Oops.
It is my foot. And then you go like this. And you put this in here, and there you go.
Luke decided to go for the snapper one instead of the spray one.
Yep. You don't actually have to whoosh it.
And it comes with two, so there's like a delicate floor and a non-delicate floor.
Also sensitive. I don't know how flooring is going to be damaged by a cloth. It's not like it's got shards of glass in it. And then you smush and it squeezes, and then you pull it out and it unsqueezes.
It seems like your hand is going to get very wet.
Wet.
Yeah. Well, you literally had to touch the sponge to squish it in there, right?
I think you could just...
It might be different if it's wet. Might be easier to put it in there, because it'll be heavier.
Stupid.
The design is very human.
Yeah, they made it look very easy on the video.
Maybe we just need to watch the
And
video
then I think
again.
you then just...
I can't see that it's all the way over there.
Just... And then it flattens, and then you... With your foot, and then...
Demonstration.
Get in.
I think we'll figure it out.
Stupid.
Luke's review. Hi, hello. It is now March the 6th. Whoa, I don't know where that just went, but I was just looking at my watch. It's now March the 6th, and this is probably the last video that I'm going to make, or like the last clip that I'm going to make on this video, because it's getting long and I don't think anyone is interested in me just like buying stuff for my new apartment. So I'm going to end this here by showing you the last few things that I've bought in the last little while, and yeah, basically everything else I will show you either when it comes in the mail and I'll use it as like the start to the next video, or I'll just like show it to you when we're unpacking it in the new apartment. So we actually got this lamp zu verschenken, so like for free, in our apartment complex. People always leave stuff in a specific area when they're moving out, and so we decided to take it because it's from IKEA and it's free. It's broken, so Luke said he'll try and fix it, but I think if he can fix it, that would be great. We also got 2 standing desks in the mail, which we're not going to open because there's no point opening it and then resealing it. So unfortunately I can't look at it, but I'm still very excited. I kind of just want to see what it looks like, but obviously I can't, so we're going to leave it there for now. We've got 2 of them and I'm so excited to set them up in the like office area. I wasn't even filming you. Luke's trying to be silly. And then today I went to Discount Hala, which is kind of like a $1 to $3 store in New Zealand, except that nothing is $1, $2 or $3. And so yeah, it's basically just a good place to get relatively cheap stuff. And I wanted a matching set because I am violently against people that don't have bins in their toilets. I think you hate women if you don't have a bin in your bathroom. And so basically I got a matching set because why not have a matching set? It's kind of random, but you know, it's just gonna sit there until we can move. And then the last thing that came in is actually like a gigantic wash rack. I can't show it to you obviously because I don't think it has a picture. It doesn't, and so I will insert a picture here on the screen. But basically it's just a gigantic wash rack that is vertical rather than horizontal, and so yeah, there you go, you can see what color it is. And so that's pretty much everything that we've got so far for the apartment. We have done an IKEA shop and that stuff is going to be coming over the next, like, I think either Friday or Monday or Tuesday, something like that. It's going to come at some point. And so we're going to have some furniture dropped off and we need to buy a washing machine that will come when we move in to the apartment. And yeah, it's super exciting. It feels like it's finally happening. It's kind of strange to think that we're moving in 9 days, but I'm also super excited. I feel like I'm so excited to just be in a bigger place, and we're gonna have a housewarming and it's gonna be great. So yeah, thank you for coming along this video. I don't know if this is interesting at all as I just went through and bought stuff, but it was a lot of fun. It feels like it was cool to document this time in our lives as we're moving. And yeah, thank you for watching and stay tuned for these moving videos if you're excited, because it's the first time overseas that we're moving into an unfurnished apartment and I am so very excited. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you very soon. Bye!
And my God, she owns it. So many heartbreaks, goes back to 2014, and I think that she knows it.